Alright, what is going on, everybody? This is Trudger MC, and today we're going to be doing something different. Instead of looking at all of the figures of old, as I have been doing and still enjoy doing, don't worry. If you like my older reviews, those are going to be coming back, don't worry. But I think that today, since we are nearing the end of 2024, I figured let's take a step back and look at McFarlane toys and their figures that they started making in the year 2020, because 2020 was a big year for McFarlane toys. That was the year that they started making DC figures. It was also the year of the Kickstarter Spawn figure. They really started the new Spawn line, Spawn Universe line. So 2020 was a big year, and then ever since then they have just been, they've been growing their DC collection, and they've been making superpowers, and they've been expanding the Spawn line. They've been making Mortal Kombat figures. It's just been a whole thing. So they've done a lot of stuff, and so I figure let's take a step back and look at what I think was the best figure or best product from McFarlane Toys starting in the year 2020 and going up to 2024. So for 2020, I have reviewed this guy. If you've seen my review, you know that I really like him. This is Azrael from Batman Curse of the White Knight. For me, I think that this is the best 2020 figure that they have made. It's the oldest McFarlane DC figure that I have in my collection, and I think that he actually really holds up to today's standard. Even though this is 2020, and you had a single-jointed elbow that looked kind of weird, and he didn't really have all of the articulation that these figures are known for having, I think that the sculpt work is just incredible. This definitely looks like Azrael from the comics, and his sword, it has this flame accessory that you can detach, so if you don't want to have his sword on fire, you could do that. And there was just a lot of attention put into him. His cape is super weird, but it's accurate, and it looks really good. It holds up really nicely. So, I think that this has to be the best figure that they made from 2020. Because some of the figures that they made from 2020, let's just say that they show their age, and some of them have been more or less re-released and made better, but this guy, they didn't really need to change anything, because he is just really cool. So, Azrael is my pick for 2020, the best figure from McFarlane. Now up to 2021, that was actually the year that introduced me to McFarlane figures, because that was the year of the Last Night on Earth wave, where he got this Wonder Woman, and I have also reviewed this Wonder Woman, and if you've seen the review, you know that I really like that figure, but that is not my pick for the best figure for 2021. For me, the best figure from 2021 has to be this guy here, the Soul Crusher, from the Spawn line. And looking at this guy, he doesn't actually look like a Spawn character. He looks like some gas mask, Fallout, Wasteland, type guy. And he also kind of looks like, almost like the Rat Catcher from Batman. So this guy could really fit into any display, and I've said that in my video of the most underrated McFarlane figures. This guy was on here, and I basically said that's this guy could fit in with any display, and he really does. And for being a figure that comes with two guns, he comes with this pistol, and then he comes with this giant rifle that looks super rusted over and all of that, this guy looks really cool, and I think that if you can find him for a good price, he's definitely worth it. Even if you're not interested in collecting the Spawn line, you just like the design of this guy, and you want some sort of a Wasteland type character, he could fit in really well with that. He's got a nice texture for the cape, and he has so much detail that this guy really needs his own review. So if you want me to review this guy, I definitely can. But Soul Crusher is my pick for the best figure from 2021. And then, sort of keeping with the Spawn theme for 2022, we don't have a figure from the Spawn line, but there goes Soul Crusher. He's disappointed that he's the only figure being represented by the Spawn line. Well, technically, King Spider over here, he's from the Spawn line. I think this is too, but anyway, so for 2022, we have this guy, the Dark Ages Commando Spawn, who's actually a Mortal Kombat figure, but um, like anyone who doesn't know that would think that this is a figure from the Spawn line because he definitely looks the part. He looks absolutely incredible. Um, Now he didn't come with this gun. I'll get to that later, but yeah, he just looks so cool. He has all this detail of like all of this weaponry, this ammo. He's got grenades. This guy is ready for war, and he definitely shows that. So he's got just this incredible detail. He looks so good, and yeah, like I couldn't not have him as the best figure from 2022, and he really has some weight to him. Like compared to the other McFarlane figures, he's heavier. It's probably because of the cape and like all of the other sculpted details and all of that. But yeah, this guy looks really cool. For me, he had to be the top pick for 2022. Like I couldn't not have him as that. Like, yeah, come on, man. The figure's too cool. All right, and then for 2023, I actually have two things. So as far as an actual figure is concerned, I'm actually going to have to go with this Flash figure. This is the Opposites Attract figure from the Superpowers line. So this is, I'd say, my favorite figure release from 2023 because I don't have a lot of the Superpowers figures, but it's mainly just like a Justice League type thing. And for me, this is such a good looking Flash figure. Like, you could, if you're a fan of the CW, like the Arrowverse, this guy actually kind of looks like the Arrowverse Flash. So you could do that. But he also looks like a comic book Flash, and like he looks really cool. And even though he's not in scale with the other figures, he's totally in scale with the Superpowers figures. And yeah, he just fits right in. So I would have to say that this is my favorite figure release from 2023. But my favorite release in general that came from 2023 was actually this thing, the Deluxe Accessory Pack 3. And this came with 17 weapons in here. Now you'll see that only a few of them are in here, and that's because I have some other figures that are showing off the weapons. So here is one of them, and then Two-Face has one, Red Hood has one here. So yeah, these weapons look really good, and they fit well with the Spawn figures, the DC figures, the Mortal Kombat figures, like really anything that's like newer McFarlane. These weapons will work. Now, some of them are a little big, like this one here. So not all of them are completely in scale, but a lot of them are, and they work really well. So if you can find this for a good price, I definitely recommend it. If you're collecting the 1/10 McFarlane figures and you want them to have more weapons, definitely look for one of these. And in my opinion, this one is the best one, the 2023 Accessory Pack 3. They did make other ones, but for my opinion, this one is the best. So if you're interested in checking that out, you can definitely find it relatively easily. And that brings us to 2024. And with 2024, there's only one answer. And if you've seen my review of this guy, then you know exactly what I'm going to say here. And it has to be, by far, Tommy Lee Jones Two-Face. Like, this guy looks so good. Like, all of the details. And I did make a review of this guy, so if you want to see all the details and all that, check it out. He didn't come with this gun. That's from the accessory pack. But it works really well with him. And, like, come on, man. Like, I am such a big fan of Tommy Lee Jones Two-Face. I'm a big fan of Batman Forever. And this figure definitely holds up. It works really well. And, yeah, I just have to say, that this guy is my favorite 2024 release from McFarlane Toys. And it does make me hopeful for 2025 because I think at this point we've all seen the leaks of the potential figures that we're going to be getting for 2025. And I am interested to see what we have. Now, I do have plenty of figures that I still want to have made by them. Now, as far as how likely that's going to be, I don't know. I am not Todd. I don't know Todd, but if you're interested in knowing some wish list figures I have, like, characters that I'd want to have made into figures, let me know in the comments if you want me to make a video like that. But if you enjoyed this video, the one that is now concluding, then do be sure to leave a like. And if you like this kind of content and you want to see more of what I'm all about, older figure reviews, newer figure reviews, anything like that, do be sure to subscribe. And other than that, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.